There's a prayer you prayed in secret. Nobody heard it. You didn't say it out loud. Maybe you whispered it at 3 a.m. when the world was asleep and the weight on your chest felt unbearable. Maybe you cried it into your pillow when the pain was too heavy to carry in silence. Maybe you screamed it internally while smiling on the outside, pretending everything was fine. That prayer, the one you stopped believing would be answered. The one you eventually stopped praying because hope started to feel dangerous. The one you buried so deep, you almost forgot you asked for it. God didn't forget. And if you're a Capricorn watching this on this Sunday, February 15th, 2026, I need you to understand something that's about to change everything. That secret prayer, the one you thought went unanswered, the one you thought heaven ignored. It's being answered today, not tomorrow, not someday, today. My name is Jeff, and before we go any further, I need you to do something. Write your birth date in the comments, and next to it, write these words: "My secret prayer is being answered." Because it is. And when you declare it, something shifts spiritually. You're not just typing words, you're agreeing with what God is already doing. Let me ask you something, and I want you to answer honestly, even if it's just in your own heart. What was that prayer? What did you ask God for when you were at your lowest? When the pain was so deep you couldn't even articulate it properly? When all you could manage was, "God, please, just please"? Was it for relief from suffering that seemed endless? Was it for vindication after being wronged? Was it for a door to open that's been closed for years? Was it for someone to finally see you, really see you, not the strong version you perform, but the broken version you hide? Was it for proof that He's real, that He's listening, that you matter to Him? Whatever that prayer was, I'm telling you with absolute certainty, it's being answered today. And the reason you're watching this video right now, on this specific Sunday, is because God wanted you to know before it fully manifests. He wanted you to recognize it when it comes, so you don't miss it. So you don't dismiss it as coincidence. So you know with absolute certainty that He heard you all along. But before I tell you how to recognize the answer when it arrives, we need to talk about why it took so long. Because that's the question burning in your heart, isn't it? If God heard me, why did He make me wait so long? Why did He let me suffer while I was praying? Why did it feel like my prayers hit the ceiling and bounced back? Here's what you need to understand about secret prayers. They're different from regular prayers. When you pray out loud, when you pray in public, when you pray with others, those prayers have witnesses. But secret prayers, the ones you pray alone in the dark when there's nobody to perform for, those prayers reveal the true condition of your heart. And God takes those prayers more seriously than any other kind. Because secret prayers are brutally honest. They're the prayers where you stop using religious language and just bleed out your soul. Where you stop trying to sound spiritual and just tell God exactly how you feel. Where you admit things you'd never say in front of another human. Where you confess your doubts, your fears, your anger, your exhaustion. God loves those prayers because they're real, and He can't answer fake prayers. He can only respond to truth. But here's why secret prayers take longer to answer. Because what you asked for in that prayer wasn't just about getting something, it was about becoming someone. You weren't just asking God to change your circumstances, you were asking Him to change you, to make you whole, to heal what's been broken, to restore what's been stolen, to vindicate what's been wronged. And that kind of answer takes time. Because God doesn't do quick fixes, He does complete transformations. Think about what you were like when you prayed that secret prayer. You were in pain, yes, but you were also in a version of yourself that wasn't ready to receive the answer. If God had given you what you asked for back then, you would have lost it. You would have sabotaged it. You would have gone back to the same patterns that created the need for the prayer in the first place. So God did something harder than just giving you what you wanted. He used the waiting period to rebuild you from the foundation. Every year you waited was a year spent strengthening your capacity to receive. Every disappointment was a lesson in endurance. Every closed door was training in trust. Every moment you felt abandoned by God was actually a moment He was closest, working on you in ways you couldn't see. And now, finally, you're ready. Not because you're perfect, because you're prepared. You've been through enough that you won't take the answer for granted. You've suffered enough that you'll value what you receive. You've waited long enough that you'll know with certainty it came from God and not from your own efforts. That's why today is the day. That's why this Sunday. That's why right now. Let me tell you about the pain nobody sees, the pain that drove you to that secret prayer in the first place. You've been carrying weight that would have crushed most people. Not physical weight, spiritual weight, emotional weight, the weight of responsibility you never asked for but somehow became yours, the weight of other people's expectations, the weight of being the strong one, the reliable one, the one who never breaks even when you're already broken inside. You've cried in secret because crying in public felt like weakness. You've screamed into pillows because screaming out loud would have scared the people who depend on you to be stable. You've had full breakdowns in the shower because that's the only place nobody could see you fall apart. And through all of that pain, you prayed that secret prayer, the one nobody heard, the one you thought went unanswered, the one that felt like it disappeared into the void. But God heard it. Every word, every sob, every desperate plea. He documented it all, and He's been working on the answer the entire time you thought He was silent. Here's what I need you to hear directly from God's heart to yours. I see you. Not the version you show the world, not the strong face you wear so nobody worries. I see the you that's tired. The you that's been carrying too much for too long. The you that sometimes wonders if I made a mistake giving you this life. I didn't make a mistake. I gave you exactly the life you needed to become exactly who you are. And that secret prayer you prayed, it wasn't just you talking to me. It was me planting a seed in your heart, a seed of hope, a seed of promise, a seed of future manifestation. And that seed has been growing underground this whole time. You couldn't see it, but it was there. Roots spreading, strength building, preparing for the moment it breaks through the soil and becomes visible. That moment is today. Let me tell you how you'll recognize the answer when it comes, because it's not going to look the way you expected. Secret prayers are rarely answered in the exact form you imagined. God doesn't give you what you asked for. He gives you what you actually needed, which is always better than what you thought you wanted. Birth sign, sudden peace about something that used to torment you. You've been anxious about a situation for months, maybe years. You've lost sleep over it. You've obsessed about it. You've tried to control it. And then suddenly today, this Sunday, you feel peace. Not because the situation changed, because something inside you changed. That's the answer arriving. God giving you internal resolution before external manifestation. Second sign, a door opening that you stopped knocking on. There's something you wanted so badly you prayed about it constantly, but eventually you gave up. You stopped trying. You accepted it wasn't going to happen. And then today, out of nowhere, that door swings open. An opportunity appears. A person reaches out. A path clears. That's not coincidence. That's your secret prayer being answered in divine timing. Third sign, vindication coming from an unexpected source. You've been wronged, misunderstood, falsely accused, and you prayed for God to vindicate you, to clear your name, to show people the truth. But nothing happened. Until today, when someone who matters finally sees the truth, when your character is defended by someone you didn't expect, when the lies about you collapse under the weight of reality. That's God answering your prayer for justice. Fourth sign, restoration of something you thought was permanently lost, a relationship you thought was dead, an opportunity you missed, a dream you buried, money you wrote off, time you felt was wasted. Today, somehow, it comes back. Not always literally the same thing, but God restores what was lost in a form that's actually better than the original. That's Him answering your prayer for recovery. Fifth sign, clarity about your purpose that you've been begging for. You've been wondering, confused, questioning why you're here, what you're supposed to do, what your life means. And you prayed for direction, for a sign, for God to just show you what He wants from you. Today, that clarity downloads. Suddenly you know. Not because someone told you, because your spirit recognizes truth. That's God answering your prayer for purpose. Sixth sign, healing happening in your body or your mind that doctors couldn't explain. You've been dealing with pain, physical or emotional. You've tried treatments, therapy, medicine, prayer, and nothing worked until today. When you wake up and something feels different, the depression lifted slightly, the anxiety loosened its grip, the physical pain decreased. That's not random. That's God answering your prayer for healing. Seventh sign, the right person entering your life at exactly the right time. You prayed for companionship, for someone who sees you, for genuine connection, for love that's real. And you waited, and nobody came. Until today, when someone appears who feels different, who sees you clearly, who values you accurately. That's God answering your prayer for relationship. If you're experiencing even one of these signs today, that's confirmation. Your secret prayer is being answered. Pay attention. Don't dismiss it. Don't rationalize it away. Receive it with gratitude and recognition that God kept His word. Now let me tell you why today specifically, why this Sunday, why February 15th, 2026. Because today is a day when families gather, when people go to church, when hearts are softer, when the spiritual atmosphere is more open. God chose today because He knows you're more likely to receive on a day like this, when your guard is down, when you're surrounded by people you love, or at least people you're connected to, when the noise of the week has quieted and you can actually hear His voice. And He chose this specific date because it's divine timing. Everything in your life has been building to this moment. Every hard thing you survived, every person who left, every door that closed, every disappointment you endured, all of it was positioning you for this exact Sunday when your secret prayer finally gets its answer. You couldn't have received this last month. You weren't ready. You couldn't have received this next month. The window would have passed. But today, you're ready. Today the answer fits. Today you can hold what God is giving without dropping it. Let me talk about the isolation you've been in, because that was part of the answer too. You felt alone, cut off, separated from people you thought would be there forever. Your circle got smaller, your phone got quieter, your life got so silent you started wondering if something was wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. God isolated you on purpose because the answer to your secret prayer required you to be alone with Him. No distractions, no other voices, no one else's opinions drowning out what He was trying to tell you. In that isolation, He's been preparing you, teaching you, rewiring your heart, healing wounds you didn't even know you had, building faith muscles that only develop under pressure, creating in you the capacity to steward what He's about to give you. And now that the isolation has done its work, now that you've learned what you needed to learn, the answer is here. And with it, the right people will come. The ones who are supposed to walk with you into this next season, not the ones from before. They served their purpose. But new people, aligned people, people who match the frequency of where you're going. You're not going to be alone forever. This isolation had an expiration date, and that date is today. Here's your first mantra. Say it out loud right now. My secret prayer is being answered today. I receive what God prepared for me. Let me tell you what happens after the answer arrives, because this is important. You're going to be tempted to doubt it, to question whether it's real, to look for the catch, to wait for it to be taken away. Don't do that. When the answer comes, receive it fully, without hesitation. without second-guessing, without preparing for disappointment. God doesn't give you things just to take them back. When He answers a secret prayer, that answer is yours to keep. But you do have a responsibility. You have to steward it well. You have to honor it. You have to protect it. You have to use it the way it was intended. If the answer is a relationship, don't sabotage it with old fears. If it's an opportunity, don't waste it with procrastination. If it's healing, don't return to patterns that made you sick. If it's clarity, don't ignore the direction you're being shown. The answer came. Now you have to walk in it, live in it, build on it. And here's something else. When your secret prayer gets answered, you become a living testimony. Other people who are still waiting need to see that God actually keeps His word, that secret prayers don't go unanswered, that the wait isn't forever. So when your answer manifests, don't hide it, don't downplay it, don't attribute it to luck or coincidence or your own efforts. Give God the credit. Tell your story. Let people know that He's faithful, that He hears, that He answers. Your testimony could be the hope someone else needs to keep praying their own secret prayer. Let me address something you might be feeling right now. Guilt, shame, unworthiness. You're thinking, I don't deserve this answer. I haven't been perfect. I've made mistakes, I've doubted, I've complained, I've been angry at God. Why would He answer my prayer? Stop that right now. God doesn't answer prayers based on your perfection. He answers based on His faithfulness. You're not getting this answer because you earned it. You're getting it because He loves you, because He made you a promise, because your suffering has served its purpose, and now it's time for your reward. Your imperfection doesn't disqualify you. Your humanity doesn't invalidate your worthiness. You are a child of God, and He takes care of His children. Second mantra, I am worthy of receiving what God prepared for me. My imperfection doesn't disqualify His faithfulness. Now let me tell you about the enemy's response to your answered prayer. Because he's not going to sit quietly while God blesses you. He's going to try to steal it, corrupt it, destroy it before it fully takes root. He'll send doubt, distractions, fake opportunities that look similar but lead nowhere. People who try to talk you out of what God gave you. Circumstances that test whether you'll trust God or revert to old patterns. Don't fall for it. Protect your answer. Guard it. Keep it close to God. Don't broadcast every detail to people who won't understand. Don't let criticism from outsiders make you question what God confirmed internally. The enemy is furious that your secret prayer is being answered because he knows what you're going to do with that answer. He knows the impact you're going to make, the lives you're going to change, the testimony you're going to carry. So he's going to attack. Expect it, prepare for it, but don't fear it, because the same God who answered your secret prayer will protect what He gave you. Third mantra, what God gave me, the enemy cannot take. I protect my answered prayer with faith and obedience. Let me talk about the specific prayer you prayed. I don't know what it was, but God does. And I want you to know something. That prayer mattered. It wasn't too small, it wasn't selfish, it wasn't stupid. It was the cry of your heart, and God honors that. Maybe you prayed for financial breakthrough, for a way out of the stress and pressure of debt, for provision that would let you breathe. Today, that's coming. Watch for unexpected money, new opportunities, doors opening in your career. God is answering. Maybe you prayed for healing from trauma, from pain that's been haunting you for years, from wounds that won't close, from memories that won't fade. Today, that healing begins. It might not be instant, but the process starts today. You'll feel the shift. Maybe you prayed for reconciliation, for a relationship that broke to be restored, for forgiveness to flow where there's been bitterness, for connection where there's been distance. Today, movement happens. Watch for the first step. It might be small, but it's real. Maybe you prayed for purpose, for clarity about why you're here, for direction in a life that feels directionless, for confirmation that your existence matters. Today, that revelation comes through a thought, a conversation, a sudden knowing. Pay attention. Maybe you prayed for vindication, for people to finally see the truth about you, for your name to be cleared, for justice after injustice. Today, God moves on your behalf, not always loudly, but effectively. Watch how things shift. Whatever you prayed for in secret, it's being answered today. Believe that, receive that, live in that truth. You are not forgotten, you are not overlooked. Your prayers don't disappear into nothing. God hears, God cares, God responds. And today is your day of response. Write your birth date one more time and write these exact words. God heard my secret prayer. The answer is here. Let me close with this. If you're watching this video and you feel something shifting inside you, that's not emotional manipulation. That's spiritual confirmation. That's God using my voice to tell you directly, I answered, I kept my word, I didn't forget you. And share this video with another Capricorn who's still waiting for their secret prayer to be answered. Because your testimony, your confirmation, might be exactly what they need to keep believing. The prayer you prayed in secret is being answered today, not because I said so, because God decided. And when God decides, nothing can stop it. Receive it, protect it, honor it, use it. Your secret is no longer a secret, it's a testimony. Contagium, 3.847 palabras. Continuando at 10,000. Now let me tell you something about the nature of waiting that most people don't understand. Waiting isn't passive, it's active. Every day you waited for that secret prayer to be answered, you were doing something. You were building, strengthening, preparing. Think about a seed planted in the ground. From the surface, nothing is happening. It looks dead, buried, forgotten. But underground, everything is happening. Roots spreading, structure forming, life preparing to emerge. That was you during the wait. On the surface, it looked like nothing was happening. Like God was silent, like your prayer went nowhere. But underground, spiritually, everything was happening. Your faith roots were spreading deeper. Your character structure was being reinforced. Your spiritual life was preparing to emerge in a way that would shock everyone who thought you were done. The waiting wasn't wasted time. It was essential time. Without it, the answer wouldn't have worked. You would have received something you couldn't sustain, been given something you'd lose, gotten what you asked for in a form that would have destroyed you instead of blessed you. God loves you too much to give you what you're not ready for, so He made you wait, not to torture you, to prepare you. And now that the preparation is complete, the answer can finally arrive in a form you can hold. Let me tell you about the specific season you've been in, because it hasn't been random, it's been strategic. God orchestrated every piece of it to position you for today. The people who left your life, they had to go. Not because they were all bad people, because they didn't fit where you're going. If they had stayed, they would have diluted the answer, distracted you from recognizing it, maybe even stolen it from you. So God removed them, sometimes gently, sometimes forcibly, but always intentionally. The doors that closed in your face, they were protecting you. Behind those doors were paths that would have led you away from your answer. Opportunities that looked good but would have consumed you. Relationships that seemed right but would have damaged you. God closed those doors not to deny you, to redirect you toward what He actually had waiting. The betrayals you experienced, they taught you discernment. They showed you what fake looks like so you'd recognize real when it shows up. They hardened you in the right places while keeping your heart soft in others. Painful lessons, but necessary ones. The financial struggles, they killed your trust in money and built your trust in God. They proved that you can survive with less than you thought you needed. They prepared you to steward more because you learned to be faithful with little. The loneliness, it created space for God to speak without competition. It forced you into a relationship with Him that's deeper than surface prayers. It made you spiritually self-sufficient instead of dependent on people's validation. Every single thing you went through during the waiting period was preparing you for the answer that's arriving today. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. It was all part of the plan. And now you're going to see why it all had to happen exactly the way it did. Here's something I need you to understand about divine timing. It's frustrating, confusing, seemingly illogical, but it's always perfect. Always. You wanted the answer 3 years ago, but 3 years ago, the person who's part of your answer wasn't ready yet. The opportunity wasn't fully formed. The environment wasn't prepared. You weren't who you needed to be. You wanted it last year, but last year there were still lessons you needed to learn. Still parts of your character that needed refining. Still old patterns that needed to die. But today everything aligns. You're ready. The answer is ready. The timing is ready, and that's why it's happening now. Stop questioning why it took so long. Start thanking God that it's happening at all. Because there are people who prayed the same prayer you did and gave up before their answer arrived. There are people who stopped believing, stopped trusting, stopped waiting. But not you. You held on, even when it hurt, even when you doubted, even when you couldn't see any evidence that God was working. You held on. And that's why you're receiving today. Your endurance is being rewarded. Your faith is being vindicated. Your trust is being honored. Let me tell you what's going to happen in the days immediately following today. Because the answer doesn't just arrive and then nothing else happens. The answer triggers a cascade of other blessings. First, clarity will increase. Things that confused you will suddenly make sense. Decisions that paralyzed you will become obvious. Paths that seemed complicated will simplify. Because once the main answer arrives, everything else falls into place around it. Second, energy will return. You've been tired for so long, soul tired. The kind of exhaustion sleep doesn't fix. But when your secret prayer gets answered, something shifts energetically. The weight lifts. The burden eases. You'll feel like you can breathe fully for the first time in years. Third, other people will notice the change in you. They won't be able to articulate what's different, but they'll see something shifted. Your countenance will change. Your energy will be different. Your presence will carry a new authority. That's the answered prayer manifesting through your entire being. Fourth, synchronicities will multiply. You'll think about someone and they'll call. You'll need something and it'll appear. You'll wonder about something and the answer will show up. That's God confirming that you're in divine flow now, that you're aligned, that the answer has opened you up to receiving more. Fifth, opposition will intensify. This sounds contradictory, but it's true. The enemy hates that your prayer was answered, so he's going to throw everything at you to try to steal it. Expect attacks, but don't fear them. They're confirmation that you're a threat now, that you have something worth protecting. Sixth, old temptations will resurface. Patterns you thought you'd conquered will try to come back, not because you're weak, because the enemy knows your weak points and he's going to test them. Don't fall for it. The answer came to free you from those patterns, not to coexist with them. Seventh, gratitude will overflow. You're going to find yourself thanking God constantly for things you used to take for granted, for blessings you didn't even ask for the very fact that you're alive to receive this answer. That gratitude is sacred. Protect it, nurture it. Let it become your default state. These 7 things will happen in the next 7 days. Watch for them, document them, remember them, because they're proof that what I'm telling you is true. Is what you need to do practically while the answer is manifesting. Because you have a role to play. This isn't passive. You have to partner with God to fully receive what He's releasing. First, stay in prayer, not begging prayers. Thanksgiving prayers. Keep talking to God. Keep the connection strong. Keep acknowledging that everything good comes from Him. This isn't the time to get spiritually lazy just because the answer arrived. This is the time to go deeper. Second, guard your mouth. Don't tell everyone about the answer. Some people will celebrate with you, others will secretly hope it fails, and some will actively work to sabotage it. Be selective about who you share with. Protect the sacred. Keep some things between you and God. Third, take action on what you're shown. If the answered prayer comes with next steps, take them immediately. Don't overthink. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Move when you feel the nudge. Divine opportunities have expiration dates. Hesitation can cost you the fullness of what God intended. Fourth, forgive everyone who hurt you during the waiting period. I know that's hard, but bitterness will poison what you're receiving. You can't hold on to resentment and receive blessings simultaneously. Let it go. Not for them, for you, so you can fully receive without blockages. Fifth, adjust your lifestyle to match what you're receiving. If God is elevating you, you can't keep living like you're still in the waiting period. Not arrogantly, but authentically. Step into the new level with confidence. Change the way you think, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself. Sixth, help someone else who's still waiting. Your answered prayer qualifies you to encourage others. Find someone who's where you were. Speak hope into them. Remind them that God is faithful. Let your testimony fuel their faith. Seventh, expect more. This answered prayer isn't the end. It's the beginning. God doesn't bless you once and then stop. He's opening a season of blessing. This prayer, getting answered today, is the first domino. Watch what else falls into place in the coming weeks and months. You're not just receiving an answer today, you're entering an entirely new season, one where prayers get answered faster, where doors open easier, where God's favor is undeniable, where you finally see the fruit of all those years of faithfulness. And you're going to look back on this Sunday, February 15th, 2026, as the day everything changed. The day your secret prayer finally got its answer. The day God proved He's been faithful all along. Now let me tell you what God wants you to know, that you've been too afraid to believe. He loves you, not because of what you do, because of who you are. You're His child, and He's been working on your behalf this entire time. Every tear you cried, He collected. Every prayer you whispered, He recorded. Every moment you felt alone, He was right there. You were never abandoned, never forgotten, never overlooked. The answer arriving today is proof. Proof that He heard you. Proof that He cares. Proof that His timing is perfect even when it doesn't feel like it. And this isn't just about getting what you asked for. This is about relationship. God wants you to know Him, trust Him, love Him, not because of what He gives you, because of who He is. The answered prayer is a gift, but the relationship is the real prize. Don't let receiving the answer make you forget the one who answered it. Stay close to Him, even after today, even after the manifestation is complete, even after life gets good again. Stay close, because there will be other prayers, other needs, other seasons of waiting. And you need to remember that the same God who answered this prayer will answer the next one. The same God who was faithful before will be faithful again. You can trust Him completely, without reservation. He's proven it. If you made it this far in this video, that's not coincidence. Most people would have scrolled away, but you stayed because your spirit knows this message is for you. Your soul recognizes truth when it hears it. So write your birth date one final time and write these exact words. God answered my secret prayer. I receive it fully. I protect it fiercely. I steward it faithfully. Because that prayer you thought went unanswered, it didn't. The answer was just delayed until the perfect moment. And that moment is now. This is your day, Capricorn. This is your Sunday. This is your answered prayer. Stop doubting. Stop questioning. Stop waiting for the other shoe to drop. Just receive with open hands, open heart, open faith. God kept His word. Now live like you believe it.